Hi there guys, and welcome to another Train Sim 2018 video. Today we are doing a Vulcan Productions scenario by a guy called Rob Skip, who most of you will know is his name, but it's Rob Skipworth is his real name. He's very prolific in the train sim community. You'll see lots of his work all over the place, and this was a scenario that was done very, very recently. I saw Lewis Clow's screenshots when he tested it. I think he tested it for him or did something with it. And I just had to give it a go myself. It's very rare that we get to drive the MLV. Just quickly, I'll give you the brief bit about it here. It's drive the flying Fourgon, a Southern Electric Group rail tour from Addlestone Junction near Weybridge to Portsmouth Harbour. Date is the 8th of the 5th, 1988. Requirements for this scenario, I'll list them very quickly for you, are the Portsmouth Direct Extension, so it's the Waterloo Portsmouth one. 419 MLV, Class 73, Gatwick Express, Class 442, Class 33, Class 421, so it's the 4-sig. Richard Fletcher's NSE 442 skin, the 73/2 Insta Swallow reskin by Richard Fletcher as well. The Mark 1 6MT Clan coaching stock, BR Blue Grey Pack. I've actually swapped it out because I don't own that, so I've swapped it out with just default Kuju Mark 1s. They won't look as good, but they will do just to get the scenario out there. I've also had to swap in one of the BR Blue Grey Packs coaches. I've swapped in instead as well. 205 Diesel Electric Multiple Unit by Armstrong Powerhouse, the 442 Sound Pack Pro, and Train Sim Designs Class 41 Texture Patch. A great little scenario by the looks of it, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. What I'm going to do is turn off the aircon, because I don't need that, and then the sound will be better as well for you guys. That should have really messed up your ears a little bit as that's gone off, because the noise cancelling would have cleared. Afternoon driver, welcome aboard MLV 68007. Today you are leading 68010 and Gatwick Express GLV 68508 on this rail tour. Currently heading towards Portsmouth. The header code for your trip is 1Zulu38. Get underway when ready. Okay. I haven't driven this for a while, so it'll be interesting. No master key to worry about. No, that's fine. But it should be a simple job of doing that. Setting my headlights. And going for some power. Excellent. I love this thing. Really, really like this thing. I say put headlights on, that didn't really work, did it? So we've got an MLV, this is the Gatwick Express one, then we've got a 41 on the back. God, it's nice to be back in Train Sim 2018, isn't it? I've just done a few hours of Train Sim Worlds. You'll probably, I don't know what videos you'll get first. It's nice to be back. It's probably the best way to put it. No, to be fair, I've quite enjoyed some of it, so I can't moan too much. I like the delay in this of putting on the power, and then it takes a minute or two for the power to kick in. It's actually really nice. It's about to put more power on there, but we're transferring over. Max speed of these things, 90. There we go. So we can do 90. We're at Woking, not West Byfleet, where we're stopping. That's fine. Are we really stuck at 30 on this line? Nah. Let's boot it. So the MLVs, the 419 motor luggage van, were battery electric multiple unit cars built from 1951 to 61 by BR at Eastleigh Works. 10 of these units were built for boat trains from London Victoria to Dover and Folkestone. Units were originally numbered in the range of 68001 to 68010, but were classified as 419 under the top system and were then numbered 419001 and 419010. The numbers actually carried on the units in service reduced to 9001 9010, omitting the first two digits. There we go, I didn't know that. The units were also fitted with batteries to allow them to operate over the short distance of non-electrified line at the quayside. The batteries allowed these units to be used at low speed for 20 to 30 minutes and could be recharged when the unit was taking power from the 750 DC third rail. They were withdrawn from traffic in 1992 with the closure of the Dover Western Docks railway station at the end of boat train service. Prototype-wise, the design of these units was based on an earlier vehicle, number 68000, which was used in a parcels van on the Tyneside DC electrified network. When the South Tyneside network was de-electrified in 1967, the unit was initially transferred to use on the Southport-Liverpool electric line before being withdrawn. That's pretty cool, didn't know that either. Now, most of you will remember that you might have seen these when they were, we say we were drawn 91, 92. They ended up in departmental service. They ended up doing sort of engineers' duties, sandite, that sort of thing. So after withdrawal from normal service, the entire fleet was transferred to departmental service as Class 931 tracked units. One unit, number 9006, was damaged in an accident at Ramsgate in 1994, resulting in it being withdrawn and subsequently scrapped. Two other units, 9003 and 9009, were specially repainted into Old BR Blue and LSE Jaffa Cake, which is what this is in, by staff at Strawberry Hill Depot to commemorate its closure in 1995. The majority of the units were withdrawn for a second time in 1997, were dumped at Bournemouth Depot pending disposal. However, two units, numbers 9001 and 9002, remained in use as depot shunters. The first was retired in 1998 and subsequently preserved. Unit 9002 was retained by South West Trains until 2004, when it was replaced by former Forcep Unit 1512. So there's a bit of history for you. Full EP, we might need to go to a bit of air. Maybe not. Bitey brakes. Love a tread brake. I think how long I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Sorry, 7. Stop at 10. Oh no, there's an 8 marker there. Yeah, I said 10, didn't I? Or did I mean 12? Oh, we're even getting the inside look. Look at that. What was my starting signal? Single yellow. Yellow again. It might have been a double yellow there. That looks single to me there. I stopped in Guildford. 5 miles. So preservation. All except 2 of these vehicles have been preserved. 1 unit was scrapped after an incident whilst in service, and the other was scrapped in preservation. The first unit to be preserved was first built, number 9001, which was saved in 1998 after a campaign by the EPB Preservation Group. It was brought to power. The group's preserved 2 EPB unit 5759. The units dumped at Bournemouth were put out to tender in 1999, were bought mainly for use as storage vehicles. Their ability to move under battery power has also allowed limited passenger use. The final unit to be saved was 9002, which has been stored at Southall. After extensive overhaul at Southall, 9002 ventured back onto the main line in 28th of August 2015. Oh, a few years to this day, basically. When it was hauled by Battle of Britain Class 34067 Tanjmere to Ramsgate Depot for an open day. It returned a day later but has not been out since. The table below gives details of the current as of 216 locations. So, 901 and 902 are at Southall. 903 is at the Eaton Valley Railway. 904 is at the Mid Norfolk Railway. 905 is at the Eaton Valley Railway. 906 and 7 are scrapped. 908 is stored at Southall. 909 is stored at Southall. 910 is preserved at the Eden Valley Railway. So there you go. Nice little bit of history on the MLVs. Now, I would hate to have to buy new batteries for one of these. I hate to think how much it would cost. So we know that 10 motor luggage vans were built between 59 and 61. They were built to provide sufficient luggage space on boat trains to and from Kent ports. Unlike their counterparts, the forceps and BEPs, with whom mostly worked, they had a non-gangwayed suburban cab. These unique vehicles had quite a fascinating history. The first 2, delivered in May 1959, had the capability when marshalled intermediately within the train to convert air braking on one side into vacuum braking on the other. A few trial runs were made in the early 1960s with an EMU plus MLV plus bullied loco-hauled 3-set formation. All 10 units did, however, have vacuum exhausters and were able to vacuum brake vans in the conventional way. That's very cool. The second batch of 8 were delivered between December 1960 and March 61, being in all over multiple unit green and with no number. They did not have any numbers for many years, shown on the end. Coach numbers 68001 and 68010 were in the usual location on the body sides. All were built at Eastleigh on frames from Ashford to the standard length of 63. Oh, Imperial. I hate Imperial. Let's stop before I start doing all of that. So 63.6 overall, length was 64.6 over bodywork, with length over buffers was extended, was 67 foot 1 inch. I'm not going to release fully. Don't know why, but this is taking all my concentration. I'm still not going to get it right. Bye! Not the worst stop in the world. So their overall weight was 45 tonnes and a load of 7 tonnes was permitted in them. Did I open the doors? Well, that was quick. Godalming next. What happened there? Naughty. That's it. Give me times. Phase 2 units were built with conduits and wiring for AWS equipment, although this was not fitted till about 1985. The first 2 were also equipped at this time. Southern Regional electrical codes were AF for the 68.001 and 2 and AF1A for the remainder. These units had BR Mark III bogies. That's not like the Mark III coach, don't worry. The motor bogie with an 8 foot 9 inch wheelbase, trailer bogies with an 8 foot 6 inch wheelbase. The motor bogie was fitted with two 250 horsepower English electric traction motors and shoe gear, was fitted to both bogies. The motor generator had an auxiliary generator attached which charged the traction batteries. These batteries supplied power at 200 volts for the traction motors, compressors and vacuum exhausters. I can do 60 now. Excellent. The special feature of the MLVs was that they could work over non-electrified lines using battery power, mainly to allow them to proceed into the extremities of the pier lines at Folkestone and Dover. The MLVs could work singly, hauling a limited load, and in multiple with EP style stock. The vans were initially mainly restricted the Southern Division working boat trains from Victoria, the Channel ports, and also some internal mail trains overnight. Sometimes hauling vans as part of these duties from Ashford via Canterbury to Ramsgate was a regular term with vans in tow. They also worked regularly to Newhaven Harbour. The amount of luggage and registered traffic on some boat trains was significant to require the use of two MLVs and 2 times MLV plus 12 SEP BEP. So it'd be SEP BEP SEP formation with a conductor rail index of 16, which was near the limit of the power supply and also had an excessive power to weight ratio. This led to the conversion of 6 of the former local BGs at Selhurst during 1968 into trailer luggage vans. These vehicles with no cabs were unpopular and caused shunting difficulties, particularly in Victoria. As traffic declined, the TLVs were withdrawn from use in 1975, one MLV being adequate for all of the traffic. So it's not like it was the Channel Tunnel that killed these things off, is it? By 1985, with a further decline in boat traffic, surplus MLVs were working more and more mail trains. About this time, all were fitted with speed sensors, a device that prevented the driver selecting neutral on the master controller above 60 miles per hour without a full brake application being made, thereby circumventing the dead man's handle. These units were then able to be used for driver-only operation, non-passenger, or DOONP. Something I've never heard of. See, I'm even learning during this. An agreement with the trade unions allowed the lines to be cleared for such operation only after regular train had operated over them for a period of 6 months. Therefore, MLVs increased their sphere of activity quite considerably, with regular diagrams from London Bridge to East Grinstead, Horsham and Brighton to Seaford, Littlehampton and Bognor. While these routes were DOO cleared for ECS trains, empty coach and stock, they ran singly and empty on these workings. Several different sources state that overnight mail trains from London Bridge to Ashford were diagrammed for MLVs, and this was diverted regularly via Redhill due to engineering possessions. Am I doing alright for speed? And need to start braking. Luckily there was a full stop in what I was reading there, wasn't there? Slow down a bit early coming into Godalming. Godalming. Where does that name come from? Oh, some cool things in there. Hang on, I'm going to read a bit about Godalming while we're here. Alan Thomson's Fun Facts. With me, your host, Alan Thomson. Windows opening this while I'm here. I definitely have opened the doors. Godalming is a historic market town, civil parish and administrative centre of the borough of Waverley in Surrey, England. 4 miles south-southwest of Guildford, the town traverses the banks of the River Wey and the... what's that noise? Greensand Ridge, a hilly, heavily wooded part of the outer London commuter belt and green belt. In 1881, this is the interesting bit I found. In 1881, it became the first place in the world to have a public electricity supply and electric street lighting. Wow! It used to be called Goldenmingle. No, better than that. Godalminge. Yes! Godalminge. Godelminge. Godalminge. I'm going to say that all the time now. It's a good name. And that's not rude. That's actually what it was called. Still can't quite work out. I'm guessing that's why they called it Godalming instead of Godalminge. Don't need to know much more than that, do we? The station has been council recognised for its floral decorations, including 10 hanging baskets. I didn't see those. Should have looked, really, shouldn't I? Godalminge. To be fair, that wasn't the Anglo-Saxon times, and a lot of our words that we class as crude or rude, an awful lot of those are Anglo-Saxon. Love the horn. Sounds like little man's in there going. Little man with emphysema. Usually they have a thing that says about famous people that I quite like reading. Notable people: James Oglethorpe, the founder of the colony of Georgia. Julius Caesar, a cricketer, not Julius Caesar. Let's get a little bit. The band Genesis was formed in 1967 by Peter Gabriel and Tony Banks while they were pupils at Charterhouse School. How does I really know? Oh, Paul Merritt, the chef. And the bass player of the Stranglers grew up in Godalming. Well, the Stranglers, the guys of the Stranglers now live in Somersham, far from me. Well, I saw them there. I think one of them lives in Somersham. So there's Godalming. Still no idea why it's called Godalming, but it's better than Godalming. I don't know, quite like Godalming. Right, where were we up to? So we were saying that several different sources cite that overnight mail trains from London Bridge to Ashford was diagrammed for MLVs, and this was diverted regularly via Redhill due to engineers' possessions. When so routed, it was booked to have loco assistance from Redhill to Tunbridge, but on a few occasions when there was no loco available, it had to run from Redhill to Tunbridge using the traction battery supply. This required the cooperation of the local signalman, as a signal stop at Godstone in Edenbridge, Penhurst or outside Tunbridge would have almost certainly meant the train would have been unable to restart again, and a clear run was essential. These must have been the longest runs attempted on battery power, this line being virtually flat. On first overhauls in 1964, units gained small yellow warning panels on the front cab. A few also had their vehicle numbers added in the usual unit number position, although some never carried it while still in green. In March 1967, 68004 was painted all blue with full yellow ends, whilst other went directly from green to blue-grey with full yellow ends. The last being done about July 1970 was 68004, following in August. Then in early 1986, vehicles began being repainted into the LSE sector Jaffa Cake two-tone brown livery, which is what this is in. In early 87, the vehicles were allocated unit numbers for the first time, given to a class number of 419, becoming 419001 to 419010. The new numbers were applied in the cab ends, each side just above the windows, rather than the high up in the centre as previously, and only the last four digits were shown. This renumbering order caused some confusion, as 9001 to 3, 6 and 8 had their body side numbers altered in error, though these were quickly changed back to 68XXX. The increasing use of these vans on mail and postal trains led to the repaint of 9001, I hate reading numbers, in post office red livery in late 1988, early 89. So that was around the same time that a lot of other mail stock was painted. However, 9004 was held up and robbed on the quarry line near Marstham on the 8th of March 1989 while working a London to Brighton Bridge mail service, and both were quickly repainted again into the new NSE livery. Oh dear. All 10 MLVs had their brake rigging rearranged during the late 85 to early 86 to completely separate the braking systems on the two main bogies. Previously, like other smaller 1957 type EMUs, there was only one single brake cylinder on each vehicle, and the rigging applied to the brakes of both bogies. God, that sounds like a dodgy system. However, following a number of instances of signals being overrun and culminating in a buffer stop collision at London Bridge, the 18th of April 1985, when a brake cylinder defect had affected the braking performance, all were modified to split the brake system into two, with another brake cylinder fitted, so that in the event of a failure, braking capability was only reduced by 50%. Well, that's pretty obvious, isn't it? Oh, next word is obviously. There's no such problem on other types of unit, which always had another vehicle attached to assist with stopping the train when the fault arose. For this reason, the units were blacked by drivers for a while, and then ran temporarily attached to two-hap runners until the modifications were complete. From May 1990, carriage of mails by internal southern region services ceased, and by this time most boat train duties had also finished, and most of the MLVs became surplus, with units 9003, 7, 8, 9 and 10 going to store at Ramsgate. From May 1991, 90013, 5, 7 and 9 were officially withdrawn by the remaining 4 from September the 30th. All were then allocated numbers in the departmental series, though many were not physically renumbered as they were out of use. A few were used at Ramsgate and Slade Green depots as shunting horses, while 9006 was damaged in a shunting mishap at Ramsgate on September the 6th, 1991, and later scrapped at Gwent Demolition in Margam. The remainder later gathered at Strawberry Hill and moved to Bournemouth for another storage prior to tender for their disposal. Virtually all now preserved, with at least one running condition. 68001 has been used on battery power to haul preserved 2 EPB and 5759 in passenger traffic between Shepherdswell and Eythorne. Pretty in-depth history of the MLVs that I've just gone through there. My eyes hurt from reading it. I don't need glasses, I've just been sitting at the computer all day. Did I miss a stop? Uh-oh! Ah, no! Anyway, the read was just as interesting. The reading was just as interesting. I thought I'm sure I had a stop coming up. Petersfield to Van, Portsmouth, Southsea, Portsmouth Harbour. That's naughty, I should have done this scenario properly. I did try. Never really been a massive fan of Southern Region cabs, but this and the 205 I think I quite like. I do quite like them. Quite like the cab view on that. Sorry, pass view. can't believe we've gone through that station. It's actually really annoyed me. I was talking to Woody, who is part of Searchlight Simulations. They do a lot of very high, well, they've got an incredibly high quality US logo coming out. Stunning bit of kit. About driver fatigue. And we were talking about silly little mistakes that he's a real train driver in real life in the States. And he was talking about when he's doing a lot of shunting, and he's been doing it all day. Sometimes he'll either not have the gen field set up, or he'll have even the loco in the wrong direction sometimes, and he's pulled away at times. Because I was explaining that on a Wednesday when I do a lot of my recordings, I'm probably driving on Train Sim for 12 hours. And like today, I haven't eaten yet. I had porridge this morning, and it's now 8 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. And I've left the shed for a personal needs break, so for a wee. But I still haven't eaten anything, so you probably can hear my stomach grumbling. But I'm feeling a little bit sort of tired. But I get to take the kids in their swimming lessons in a bit, so that sort of wakes me up ready for the stream when I get back. In fact, the stream's going to be late tonight because I'll tell you this, seeing you guys on YouTube so you know as well. Very stupidly today I've forgotten it's my mother's birthday. That's naughty, innit? So while I'm doing this, enjoy this. I've just got to tell the stream that everybody on the Facebook page I'm going to be late, because if I don't do it now it'll be too late for everybody. And I know Anita doesn't like me having my phone when I've got videos, so I apologise. Right, that's that bit of admin out of the way. It's bad, isn't it? You can't forget your mum's birthday. To be fair, I forget my own birthday and my kids'. I'm awful. I don't actually forget the kids' birthdays, you know what I mean? But if somebody goes to state of birth, I have to go, the oldest ones I remember fine. It's the younger ones I tend to forget. Once you go past having a few kids, it just all blends into one, doesn't it? It's awful. Absolutely awful. I haven't driven this end of this route yet properly enough. I really haven't. I quite like the woodiness of it, if you get what I mean. I like the little bits in to break it up as well. It's not just woodland beside you. There's just little bits and pieces that break it up. I'm very, very impressed with this route. I did like Jaffa Cake livery. Even though they call it Jaffa Cake, it's like an upside down Jaffa Cake, isn't it? It never really lasted though, did it? Or took off that much. There wasn't. I don't know how many things were painted in Jaffa Cake. How many things were painted in Jaffa Cake? Something else to look over. I clicked on that, it's got nothing about Jaffa Cake. For those of you that don't know what Jaffa Cake is a biscuit. Is it a cake? Is it a biscuit? It's always the question, isn't it? That has a cake bit on top, a cakey sort of bit. Then it has a orange jelly in the middle, and then it has chocolate over the on the bottom of it. They're quite addictive. Four for two. $90, $70, $85. Okay. might run the last bit between Portsmouth Harbour and that in battery if I can. I'll find the manual. So I do it properly. Steps manuals, English. Nine. Whoa, it's taking my whole screen. Very good manual for this. Oh God. It's a disaster. Not paying attention today, haven't they, at all? We're not stopping at the van. I haven't. Haven't what? Mrs. Skipworth, I truly apologise at my appalling driving on your scenario. I'm actually really enjoying it. Are we coming off? Are our brakes coming off? There we go. Let's get the hiss. We've still got brakes on, come on. That's them built up a bit, so they might come off now. Charge them back up. No. It's a complex bit of braking, this thing, if you get it wrong, as we're currently discovering. Got the manual in front of me, Alan. Let's look at that. Oh god, there's about 1 billion brake modes. What? Right. There's probably a really easy way to stop that happening, wasn't there? Well, there's something I haven't done. Ah, right, okay. No. Let's try changing another brake mode. That's probably not... No, it's not going to pull it off, is it? Oh. No, I've broken it. Oh, I really didn't want to lose this scenario. I really, really didn't. What about if I go into something like the EPB? Can we get the brakes off then? Yeah, okay. Oh, I think I've royally screwed it up. Oh well, these things happen. We're not going to be able to finish the scenario. Thank you very much for joining me. Actually, can we press about a little bit? Use this to our advantage. No, it doesn't seem like we can use this to our advantage with... No, we're not! Hopefully this will now move. I'm pulling amps. Yeah, still not going anywhere. Oh, well, anyway, this is quite fun. This actually shows you how complex the 319 is. 419, sorry, 319. Ah, train pipe. Up there, fiddling about. So it's the one where it had the train pipe. Vacuum. Oh, at least it wasn't a derailment. At least it wasn't a derailment. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Once again, please feel free to like, share and subscribe this awful video. I hope you've enjoyed a bit of a giggle at the end. It's not the end of the world, is it? It's a really good scenario. I thoroughly recommend it. I'm going to play it back another time as well. Join me over on Twitch from 7 PM on a Sunday and on a Wednesday, 7 PM as well. Heading over to the Facebook group for a bit of more tech sporty, light-hearted chat about trains and some upcoming releases and things like that. Once again, guys, thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.